What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Hey, you guys. What's going on? I hope everybody is having a great Saturday. Listen, I always say, "Oh, I don't have anything to do tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep in and then I'm gonna get a lot of stuff done around the house." Baby, I don't never do that. Like it never goes that way for me. I said I was gonna get up this morning, I was gonna do some reviews and do this and that. I ain't done nothing. Well, I have, but not what I said I was going to do. Anyway, let me say hi to the people and let's get into the. Hey Amber, what's up, Janae? Breezy Bree, hey Breezy Bree, Colton, hey Mama Mia, Mama Mia. Y'all know, listen, you know what I'm saying. Hey Kenya, Shantia, what's up, Ray? YouTube really playing with the notifications. Glad I came by and look. Baby, I wish. Hey, Didi, Phoenix, Just P, Xavier Myers, Amber Shelley. But let me tell you something. And I'm gonna try this. Yesterday, when I was trying to figure when I had to go, I went under my when I was looking under my settings. There is a settings under notifications that I didn't see before where you can set it so it gives you a playlist of everybody that went live that you I don't know. It looks different. But anyway, moving on. Y'all know YouTube, they send out a certain percentage of notifications, and then after that, that's why it's important for the likes, because when you send likes, it shows engagement. And then YouTube will push the video. So let's get into it. Hey Phil, I am going to drop the link. We're not going to be here too long, but I am going to drop the link. Hey KK, Lemon Kush, anybody rants and rambles. What's up, Eb? Say I slept, including falling asleep twice trying to watch Ready to Love. Well, child, I can understand why you fell asleep watching that mess. Anyway, I just did my Ready to Love review. It'll be up in a little bit. Kenya says, why do people keep calling it colorist? It's racist. Let me tell you why. And this is my opinion, and I'm sure people are going to be in my comments saying, but that's okay. This is going to be ugly what I'm getting ready to say. People, and when I say people, if it don't hit you, it ain't yours, okay? If what I'm getting ready to say, it don't hit you in the face, then it wasn't meant for you, please. People cannot differentiate between the two. And I think we've gotten into this mindset now where every time it's a light-skinned woman or a mixed race woman says something to a darker skinned Black woman, then it automatically becomes colorist. And I think a lot of people do not understand what colorist is versus racist. They lump it all together and they make it one big happy family. And that's my opinion. And you don't have to agree with it. Every time a light-skinned person says something about a dark-skinned person, it doesn't make it a colorist. It doesn't make that person colorist, and it doesn't make it colorist. And every time somebody makes an ignorant statement, it doesn't make them a racist. I'm sorry. I just don't. That's just not the mindset that I ascribe to. So that's my opinion. I've gotten it too, Just P. I mean, you're new to my channel, but I've told this story before about the biggest backlash I have ever gotten on my channel was the season of Basketball Wives with OG and Evelyn. And because I wasn't caping for OG, I was a colorist, and I was this and I was that. And yes, I was called I was called a fat gorilla is what I was called. I was called a fat gorilla. I was called a colorist. I was called a hater. I was called, you name it. I probably was called it. Just because I wasn't on OG's side. And I stand on it. I'm still, does that mean that I'm a Evelyn fan? No, I'm not an Evelyn fan either. But I just wasn't an OG fan. I didn't like OG. Sorry. And it had anything to do with her complexion. I didn't like the person that she portrayed on camera to me, and so I've been through that. So anyway, and that's just my opinion, because they see Erica as a light-skinned woman of color and the default for woman of color and Black. Exactly. Like Abby just said. Exactly. Hey, Belize, what's up? Hey, Kenya. Yeah, that's why I stopped doing Basketball Wives. I said, and the sad thing was I was getting good numbers on my Basketball Wives that season, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I didn't do it that next season because I was like, I'm just not, So anyway, let's talk about this situation, and I'm going to drop the link. We're not going to be here long, but I will give you guys time to come up and say your piece, if you want to. We talked about this the other day, so I'm gonna read you, and I'm sure everybody has seen this already, but for the conversation, I'm going to read you guys what the official Love and Hip Hop website posted, right? It says, the Love and Hip Hop franchise has never shied away from hard conversations in our community. Working hand in hand with our partners, viewers will see the impact of Erica Mena's remarks play out in the final 3 episodes of this season. Effective immediately, she will not appear in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So first of all, let me go piece by piece of this statement, right? So the first one says, I'm sorry, Miss B. Carter. I'm sorry, my love. Let me know the next time you're available, and I will drop the link just so you can come up and talk, okay? The Love and Hip Hop franchise has never shied away from hard conversations in our community. When did Love and Hip Hop become Oprah? Ayanna Van Zandt? Like when? What hard conversations, Love and Hip Hop? What hard conversations? Then it says, working hand in hand with our partners. What partners? Who? MTV? What partners? Viewers will see the impact of Erica Mena's remarks play out in the final 3 episodes of the season. What the hell does that mean? So does that mean you're going to have scenes where Spice is talking about it to Rashida? I mean, what do you mean by we're going to have hard conversations and we're going to see it play out in the last couple of episodes? Explain that to me. What the hell that mean? Effective immediately, she will not appear in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, what's funny was all Tracy heard was, damn, that means we're going to get another season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's what Tracy heard. Tracy said, shit, we got another season. So when I put in my title, Erica Mena Fired, ... or is she really? Because, listen, I think they playing in our faces. And let me tell you what I mean when I say I think they playing in our faces. I think, because here's why. Let me say this. I think that they're going to find a way to bring Erica Mena back on this show. Because we already have Spice, in my opinion, giving her a pass. Because Spice did an interview this week and they asked Spice about it. And Spice said, well, I mean, I don't feel no kind of way about it. That happened a couple of months ago. I signed up for this. I'm on reality TV. I know what I signed up for. Now, I see people in the chat saying it. They said she's moving to Miami. So technically, she won't be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta anymore. She might be down to Love and Hip Hop Miami. We have Lyric Anderson, who from the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta franchise, Hollywood franchise, basically saying, I don't see the problem. She talked about her kids, which a lot of people feel that way. I know that's how Abby feels. And again, everybody's feelings are valid, you know. So honestly, y'all, I would not hold on to Erica Mena being fired from the franchise. I would hold on to Erica Mena not being on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And I wouldn't even hold on to that forever. I would only hold on to that until y'all forget about it. Y'all know what I'm saying? Until y'all. When I say y'all, you know what I mean. Right, Xavier. They fired Evelyn, waited out 2 seasons, and now she back. Was it even 2 seasons, Xavier? Was it just, yeah, it was 2. It was 1 season, but they broke that 1 season up. So it seemed like it was 2 seasons because they broke it up and they had a long break. And then they had part 2 of that same season. So yeah, they fired Evelyn Lozada and she was only gone for 1 season. And brought her right back. You know why? Because they were like, oh, y'all forgot about OG. Y'all forgot, right? Right, Precious. I understand. That's how Abby said the same thing. Listen, and somebody put in my comments, well, once you said you weren't a mother, then basically it went left for me. Like you'll never understand it. And I'm fine with that. I'm okay. I'm okay with somebody saying your opinion is invalid because you don't have a child. Respect. That's fine. I can't, because I don't. I do not have a child. I still feel the way I felt the other day. What I said the other day, I still stand by what I said the other day, which is you cannot have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't say when they go low, I'm going to go to hell, like Abby said. And when I meet you there, now it's a problem. Because see, either you play one way or you play the other way. Either you play that there are no rules, or you play there's some parameters here. Now, me personally, I've told y'all, I don't feel like there are no rules. I feel like there are rules. There are rules of engagement. Even in war, there are rules of engagement. You go out here and you break the rules of engagement in a war, guess what's going to happen to you? You are going to be held in a court martial, or you might even be held on a worldwide trial. There are rules of engagement. So I don't ascribe to the mindset that there are no rules. However, if you're one of those people that does ascribe, then now what I will say is a person will let you know who they are, and then you can make a decision from there. So if me and you get into an argument and the first thing you say about me is something to attack my race, if you're white and I'm black, and we get into a disagreement and the first thing you say about me is you calling me all kinds of niggas, oh, now I know how you really feel. Because you know what you could have said about me? You could have said I was fat. You could have said I was ugly. You could have said that I'm blind. You could have talked about my teeth. You could have made up some shit that ain't even true. But you decided to go there first. So I know where you are. I know who you are. And you showed me who you were. You see what I'm saying? Erica showed us who she was. Now, the other side of that is there are certain things that if you say it, there's going to be a different consequence. We don't have to like the rules. But if you say it, there's a different consequence. If I'm in the middle of a movie theater and the theater is too loud and I'm getting irritated and I yell, can y'all please keep your voice down? The response is somebody might cuss at me and be like, shut the fuck up. The response is somebody might say, I bought a ticket. I can do what I want to do. Right? That's a response. But if I decide that I'm sick of all of the noise and I'm tired of all the screaming and I say, bomb, guess what's going to happen? I'm getting arrested and I'm being charged with making terroristic threats. There's a different consequence. There's a different consequence. So for all the people that are saying, Erica this and Erica, she shouldn't have been, there's a different consequence. If Erica had called Spice fat and ugly, nobody would have gave a fuck. If Erica had said, you dumbass always wearing that ugly ass blue wig, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody would have said nothing. But you decided to make a racial slur. And there's a different consequence for that. That's just the world we live in, y'all. That's the world we live in. Somebody left this comment. I'm gonna read y'all this comment, and then I'm gonna thank you, Precious James. Thank you. I'm gonna read this comment that somebody left under my video, which I thought was very appropriate, and then I'm gonna drop the link so all of y'all can come up and have your piece. We're gonna listen respectfully. We can say what we have to say. We're gonna be respectful of everybody else's opinion, though. So somebody left this comment under my video. It said, I'm glad this happened. Let Spice have been a white Jewish woman, and Erica made comments about a concentration camp. Well, made concentration camp jokes and tried to mimic the sound of exhaust made coming out of gas chambers. Not only would Erica have been fired, but the show probably would have been canceled. All of that freedom of speech rhetoric be damned. Jamie Foxx out here apologizing to them now. Okay, I'm not going to go no further than that. But that point is valid. Listen, you might not feel like calling somebody a monkey is a racial slur, but it is. You don't have to agree with it. There's a historical background to that. There's a historical background to calling a black person a monkey. The same way everybody got mad when H&M had, or was it H&M or Abercrombie and Fitch, whatever, had that little boy and put that monkey on that little boy, and everybody was mad. It's the same thing. It is a racial slur. It was H&M. Thank you, Ms. Baked. All right, I'm gonna drop the link, you guys. And again, you don't have to come on camera, but I just need to verify who you are. I mean, some of you people, I don't mean it like that, you people. Some of y'all know I know who y'all are when y'all come up. But please just let me back. I won't bring you on camera if you don't want to be on camera showing your face. But I just need to verify that it's a real person before I bring you up on my platform. And again, keep your comments respectful, please, because we can disagree, but we can disagree respectfully. Yeah. And again, I personally, and again, I'm not a parent. But I personally don't feel like she was talking about Erica's child. I feel like she was talking about Erica's parenting and the fact that her relationship with her child is fucked up. But again, I can't tell a parent how to feel. But I didn't take it that way. I guess that's why my reaction wasn't that way, because I didn't take it that way. That wasn't my reaction, because I was like, she's talking about Erica's parenting, the fact that she doesn't have a relationship with her child. Not the fact that her child, like, she didn't say your son is ugly, your son is stupid, your son is this. She said that's why your son hates you now. You don't have a relationship with your child. But again, I can't tell a parent how to feel. I can't tell the parent how to feel. Now, when you tell a mother that her child hates her, that's a war of words. I respect that. Star, I see you. I just need to, can you just show me real quick behind the camera? Can you come off the camera real quick? And then I won't put you, there you go. Okay, that. All right, there you go. All right, come on up, babe.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good afternoon.
I'm doing good. I just wanted to come up and say a few things. First off, I do find it extremely weird how we are still comparing something being said like about a kid not liking their mother to a racial slur. It's very I just don't get it. Like, I have a child, he's 16. Hell, sometimes he don't like me. And so what? That doesn't mean that I'm gonna go spewing racial slurs because I'm into it with someone. It just makes absolute zero sense. Secondly, the thing about them editing it out, no, it needs to be shown. I don't understand how people are still saying that should have been taken out. Like they wanted to show it for shock value. Like no, it needed to be shown to show her character. Why should they save face for Erica for something that Spice already had to endure? I'm just a little bit confused on how that narrative, why, just why. I just really, really don't get it. Furthermore, this is going to continue, unfortunately. I think a lot of people don't understand the history behind that term, and so just go educate yourself. Period. That's really all I had to say about it.
Okay, thank you so much, Star. And I understand your point as well. Um, I, me personally, and I'm gonna let Abby because I already know Abby got something to say, child. But me personally, as far as them showing it, my issue with them showing it is this: don't show it knowing how you knew what you were doing when you did it, and now you want to try to play like, oh well, oh we're gonna like that was filmed months ago. And you could have like if you still wanted to show what Erica said because you feel like it was important, then first of all, I'm gonna say you could have bleeped out her words. You could have still showed the argument, but bleeped out the words. And secondly, if you felt like what she said was so horrible, then you should have fired her ass then.
I
Like
think
that
she
should have been
was
the end of
fired
Erica's
though.
beef.
You think they waited to just now to fire her? I think it's already been in the works. You know
I
what I'm
don't
No,
think
saying? But I
so.
think
no.
they have to legally, but you have to think MTV is a big corporation. You have to go through the legal channels to do that properly. So I don't think it's just a decision that can be made on the spot that she's just fired. They have to make sure that it's not going to come back on them.
I don't.
Hence her being able to sue them. So just hear me out for 1 second. Let's say it's
Okay.
other footage because remember, we are how many seasons and how many different franchises in. She can easily go and pull up footage for where the same thing or something similar is being done and try to sue them. So I personally feel like they took time to do their due diligence to make sure that they were in the right to fire her. That's what I honestly feel. Because we have to
I
keep in mind there's been other situations. Well, they're not on VH1 anymore, right? So, like, I guess the Evelyn thing couldn't be brought up. But to me, in my head, I would think if
It's the
I
same.
was,
It's the same company. It's the same corporation.
yeah. So I would think not taking up for Erica, but if she wanted to make a big deal about it, she probably could go back and pick up some footage from other things that have been done. So I think they probably went through the proper channels to make sure they could do it. But that's just me.
No,
I
they
hear you.
waited to see. They
I
waited to test the water to see what
right,
the
right.
public's reaction was to what happened, and then they made a decision from there.
So this what
Now,
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let Abby say her piece. Um, Here's my opinion about that, and I hear what you're saying, Star. I do, but here's what I'm gonna say about this. I think they waited to see what public reaction was gonna be, to see how hard, how bad it was gonna be. If they absolutely had no intention, if they knew that what Erica said was a bridge too far, then they could have added it. Everything you said, fine. I don't know people's contracts, so maybe there's certain things in her contract, but I know what they can do. They can edit her out the rest of the season while they figure it out, while they let the lawyers handle it. They didn't
they
have to
can't
continue to
do
show
it.
Erica. They could have. We've seen that happen in reality shows all the time, where a disclaimer is given and said, due to the comments that Erica made during this moment, Erica, didn't film the rest of the season. Like they could have edited her out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I don't feel like this was about a legal response or them having to go through because they could have done something else. They waited until this happened, until our people's reaction. In my opinion, again, I don't know what her contract said, but they could have definitely edited her out or limited her. Abby, go ahead, babe.
Okay, so first, this is no longer Mona's show. So Mona has nothing to do with this. Two, in regards to it being a mother and your somebody saying your child don't like you, and you be like, well, yeah, because sometimes my 6 year old, sometimes they can't stand me. That's one thing. You live in the house with that child and with them all the time. It's a completely different thing when you have an estranged relationship with that particular child that maybe you've been trying to mend for a while, or every time you try and get it together, something goes wrong. And so that you're a little bit more sensitive in that situation than you would be with something else. Saying that one of my kids said something about my son Eric to me. Well, no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that, because if you say anything about any of my children, uh, you gonna be 15 different bitches, 12 different niggas, and you possibly gonna have your eyes swole shut by me. However, I am the kind of person that I am willing to accept whatever it is the consequences are before I take action. So I am going to think about, let me text my mama and get the bail money ready. I might lose my job in regards to this. That's okay. I done applied to 12 more. It'll be fine. And I'm gonna check all of that before whatever it is that I do, because I am willing to accept. I know I was raised that with your actions come consequences. And before you take the action, you need to be willing to accept whatever it is the consequences that are going to come from whatever action it is that you take. So if you okay with your consequences, then so be it. And again, you can't be like, oh, when I'm a dirty fighter and I go to hell and I go low and I say whoop 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 whoop. But when you run up against somebody who's willing to meet you in hell, now all of a sudden it's, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. Why can't you believe they said it? You went low, so they went to hell right with. They was on the seat on the bullet train to hell right next to you. Like I don't under I that's my issue. I don't get all of the outrage at this juncture about her saying what she said. Y'all willing to go to hell with people. So why when she ready to go to hell, it's a problem. Either you going to hell or you're not. Pick what. Choose you this day. What you gonna do? Because
Tracy.
I'm that type of
Oh, I'm
person.
sorry.
If you take me low, in hell you will lift up your eyes fooling with me. And I ain't gonna do too much talking either. I might tell you a couple of things, but after that, ding ding, the bell has rung. Put your dukes up.
Okay.
We
All
had
right.
we had this same conversation in another realm where people was like, well, it's just words. Why this person's always threatened to beat somebody up? Why this person always doing that? You can't tell somebody how to respond to the disrespect that they're given. You can't qualify how somebody responds. Just because you are only going to cuss people out and respond with words, don't make it wrong that the next person, that's not how they respond. That they respond with fisticuffs and busting you upside your head to the white meat show. You cannot dictate anybody's response to the disrespect that you give them.
All right, Tracy.
So my thing is twofold. Um,
Absolutely, Ray Bishop.
so so my thing is twofold. Um, One is with spice, and I think my confusion is, as a Jamaican woman, does the monkey comment hit her? Because like there are slurs, there are things that just don't hit me. Like the see you next Tuesday, it don't hit me like at all. And there are groups that word like causes them all types of problems and makes them feel away, and it's just not a problem. So when people are like, oh, Spice is not bothered by it and it isn't a thing for her, so I'm like, I wonder if it like does it not bother her? Like, is it a insult that is not as bothersome to her in her community as it is to like us as as an African American, as a black community in America. So I just don't know if that's a thing for
But I
her.
think I think it comes with, and I don't want, please nobody get offended when I say what I'm getting ready to say. I think it comes with a level of emotional intelligence. And what I mean by that is, for me, I don't give a damn what you call me. You're not going to get that response from me. And so it may not be that it didn't offend her. It may not be that it didn't. But we know it bothered her because we remember Spice having that whole rant in the airport. That was after that fight. When that whole video of Spice, and let me find that video and I'll play a little bit of it. When Spice went off at the airport, it was because it was that day. It was
Yeah,
after that fight. So we know it was a response. We know she was upset. But for me, and I can only speak for myself, you're not gonna. I'm not fighting.
but was
You can
but
call,
was
you can call me a nigga. You can call me a monkey. You can call me an African booty scratcher. You can call me all those things that are racially charged, and you're not going to get that response from me. And it's
yeah,
not that it doesn't bother me. It's just that you're just not going to get that from me.
no, but was Spice mad at the whole like you should have, went to meet Jesus on the table and that
I
like you
think
know what I mean?
that,
Like
yes, she
you,
was. She
you
was
see what I
more
mean?
upset about that comment than because I don't think she actually heard the monkey comment when it was made.
You see what I mean? So
Because they were in two separate. They had been separated by security, and she was in a different room at that juncture. And Erica was screaming stuff out. So I don't even think she heard it at the time. And when she was in the airport, she was pissed off about her telling her that she should have lifted her eyes to see the Lord. But so I don't think she heard it at the time. And I could have sworn, Loretta, you said at the beginning that she said, well, she was over the comment of being is that not what Spice said?
Spice said that she's already dealt. She said it was months ago, and so she's already dealt with this. She said at this point she doesn't feel any kind of way because she know what she signed up for. It's a reality show, and she know what she signed up for.
you
So
so
Not for
so
one thing, I really hate that for Spice because most black people or Jamaicans or whomever, people of color who deal with racism or racial slurs, they go into that same mode that Spice did, which is it doesn't hurt me. But I'm pretty sure it does bother her because if we take a look back from when she did the scene about trying to bleach her skin,
she said she
it
didn't say it
does.
didn't hurt her. She said she had already processed, she'd already dealt with it. Like the thing
Mhm.
about reality TV that a lot of people have to remember is they film these things months before we see them. So by the
Right.
time we're reacting, but I gotta find that video of Spice going off at the airport. But by the time we watch it, that was months ago. I don't think it didn't bother her. It bothered her, I'm sure, but
I think she's numb to it at this
people
point.
want,
I,
right.
I feel
People
like
want her to
people who,
respond now for something that
yeah,
happened months ago. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying that to say, I think she's numb to it. Most people who have dealt with that, in their life, they're just numb to it. So I think that is her response, which is sad because she should not feel that way.
And also, the monkey comment is not going to hit every black person the same way.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
it feels like universally, if you holler out the N word, a white person hollers the N word at you, it's a problem. That monkey comment is not necessarily going to hit everybody the same. So she might not be as offended as you would be, or Loretta would be, or Tracy would be if somebody called them that.
well,
So you have to take that into account as well. Monkey might not, you know what I'm saying? Monkey might not hit her like that. It
and
may not hit as hard for her.
and that's what I was like I don't know her Jamaican experience. Like I don't know what it is for her there. So I don't know if that comment like hits her the way it hits certain people to where it does not offend. Like cuz there are some words that literally someone could say at me and I'd be like, is that supposed to bother me? Because that means nothing to me, right? And then there's other words that may hit me a little different, and I'd be like, oh, okay, well, we about we about to have some issues. So I just don't know, like for their culture, if that word means what it means to us for them, and that's just my ignorance of I don't know. But also for Erica's piece, I will say, as somebody who's from New York, can I see that being here, and it's sad to say, but we unfortunately, a lot of Hispanic people, they get grouped as cultured as black. So her first thing when she gets angry is to go to those type of things, because that's just kind of how it is here. Like, if you grow up here, you understand that, like, when you get on 10,
It's true.
that's literally like how this goes. And it doesn't make it right. No, it does not. But if you're from here, you understand, like, this is where we go. Like, and it doesn't make it okay. But if you're from, like, you will understand, and you'll be like, oh, so when Hispanic people around here get mad, and it's not like racist thing, it is a, you grew up in this environment and we all get treated and this as we are all collectively the same for the most part when
I
we
get what
act
you're
in
saying.
this kind of way. So we just kind of get lumped together. When we all get angry, they kind of all treat us the same. So and it don't make it okay, but when we're not all mad, we, there's levels to things. So it's just kind of how things work. When people get, it's weird, but doesn't make it right and doesn't make it okay. No. So when I seen it, did I think, oh, no, I didn't. Did I see it coming? Absolutely. Did I say, like, oh, oh, yep, this is about to go left? I was like, oh, well, but at the end of the day, am I surprised? No. Do I think I'm about to see her on Miami? Absolutely. Do I think something really bad is about to happen? No, I don't. Because no, no, no. If I'm really being honest, Love and Hip Hop is like a Project Roach. They ain't going nowhere, and they're like 2 steps above Zeus. But hey, we can't really do much about it. But yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Thank you everybody for your patience. Let me try to get through everybody and let everybody make their points. I appreciate your patience and everybody being respectful. I believe Tia was next. Oh, Tia dropped off. Tia, I'm sorry if we took too long to get to you, sweetie. Feel free to come back up. I think Rants and Rambles was after Tia, then Tanaya, Xavier, and Shantia. Okay, go ahead, Rants and Rambles.
Hey guys, how you feeling?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Nice to talk to you finally. Um, so it's weird. I feel as though that one Erica should be fired, but I don't feel sorry for Spice because I feel like Evie said, she did go low by saying and bringing up the kids, and even when you try to say, oh, she wasn't really, she's talking about her parenting. She barely like you can't say a child saying they don't like you is not talking about the child because a lot of kids don't like their parents, but that doesn't speak ill of the parenting. A lot of kids don't like their parents because their parents are doing a good job of parenting, and they don't like the fact that they can't do whatever the fuck they want to do. So I feel like personally that was an attack that was unnecessary. However, I do feel like that she is still a part of a company, and there's still rules of engagement when working for a company, and she broke that. My only problem is that she been broken. She been saying nigga. We know this. It wasn't a secret. We just bleeped the shit out and we kept it going on. And not only that, we've seen other Latinas or Afro. No, I want to say Estelita is not even black. So Latinas go at black women before and say racist, colorless remarks, like when Estelita called Hushinene. Estelita called the girl with the orange hair who was trying to rap.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my
Just
God, it was an
Brittany.
episode of Jess Brittany, thank you. Estelita called Jess Brittany Shanae, which is a big ass colorist remark. It's not flat out racist. So my thing is, why are we acting surprised that one, this is happening on the TV show, and then two, why are they trying to do something about it now when y'all been letting this shit go on for so goddamn long? That's my problem. It feels inconsistent, and I feel like they're going to
Uh-oh.
give her a 2-3 year break and then like nothing happened.
She'll be back. Y'all wait on it.
That's how I feel
Absolutely,
about it too. She'll be back. Child, I feel the same way. Okay.
they really care.
Do I think what?
Oh, I'm saying I don't feel like they really care. I just feel like they want to shut people up for right now, and they're doing whatever they can do for the moment.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to pacify people, like, and they're waiting for people to forget. Because, like I said, they slid Evelyn Lozada right on back through the back door, and ain't nobody seemed to have an issue with it. But they were so gung ho about her being fired 2 years ago. So it's all about. I tell you guys all the time, if they wait long enough for people to forget, and then they move on. Um, Tanaya, did I say it right? Tanaya Bombshell.
It's Taina. Can you hear me?
Taina, I can hear you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your
Okay.
patience. Thank you for your
That's
patience.
okay. Hey y'all. I was in response to Tracy. I'm from the Bronx and I get exactly what you're talking about. And I think that unless you grew up here, it's like real foreign to you. But I'm gonna just say this. I'm a black Puerto Rican and the dynamics between the black Puerto Ricans and those that aren't is is very similar to the whole light skin versus dark skin conversation within the African American community. It's like we're treated very differently amongst our own family members. And the reason why I was triggered by what she said was because this is why we don't mess with them. Because we all love, everybody's all good, we all Latino, it's all in love until it's mad day and now you a monkey and your hair is bad and don't nobody want you and all this other stuff. Like they pick and choose when they want to be cool with black people. It's true. Like, and she knew, even though I don't know how Spice would take the monkey comment, I don't know how that is viewed in Jamaica, but I know Erica's intent behind it. Because I know
Exactly.
when a Latina says, yeah, and uses them type of slurs, she knew what she was doing when she said it. She knew the weight of the word of that. And when she made the sounds, that was it. It was like you could have hit her with a million different things. You could have said, your wig is dry or whatever. You could have said anything. You could have said, where your kids at? They really your mama's kids. They not yours because where they at? But instead, you want to go hit her there, which tells me that all the times that you was cool with her, that y'all was chopping it up, that y'all, you know what I mean, that you was telling her you beautiful, you was leaving heart eyes and all this under her post. That's all you. That was lies because in reality, you always thought that's what she looked like. You always thought that, and it makes sense to me. I feel like she puts herself in black spaces because she wants to be the desirable one. Like she wants to be the one that's looked at like the exotic or something. I don't know what it is, but I've been around those people. Like I've been in them circles, and they ugly inside. They are. They ugly inside. They walk around with that hate and that vitriol, and all you got to do is slip up, or like I get it. She shouldn't have spoke about her kids. I'm telling you, I would have flipped the table too. But then, you know what I mean? Go fight. But you didn't have to do that because now what you gonna look at your kids, you know what I mean? Your black children and be like, what you gonna say? Oh, I didn't mean that. Like I don't know. I just think I never liked her. I never seen it for her. Back when she was with Bow Wow, I was like corny. Been never seen it for Erica Mena. She was whack. She's been whack. And then you know what I'm saying? But now it's like here we are, and I'm just mad it took for her to be racist for people to cancel her because she been like needed to be taken out. That y'all let her go get all them fillers in her face. Y'all let her chop them cheekbones up. Y'all let her plump them. The girl is turned into a caricature of what a woman is supposed to look like with y'all money, with your viewership. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
VH1 should have been took her off. And Mona fake. Mona fake to
Mona
me.
doesn't. It's not Mona's decisions. This is not her show no more.
No,
She's
I'm
not.
talking about the handled comment.
Uh,
I'm not talking about I get that there's a whole network and a system that works behind her and she's just one person. But when you come out with like this
no, I
God
mean she
complex,
doesn't do. She doesn't even own. She doesn't do anything with Love and Hip Hop
She's
anymore.
no, she does. She's not a producer, but she's still connected to the because it's her franchise. But she's
She
not a
just
okay,
producer.
chicks.
okay. Well, I don't know. That little handled thing that was like that you Olivia Pope. Now you Olivia Pope. Like all the mess
Right.
you've been allowing on, anyway, I don't know. Let Mona do Mona. She doing her thing. But thank you for
But that's
letting me
and I
talk.
agree
I've
with you
been
on that.
watching you for a okay.
No, I was just saying I agree. I'm sorry. I was saying I agree with you on that. That now all of a sudden Erica Mena been Erica Mena. You know her better than all of us. Now all of a sudden it's handled. Girl, bye.
Right. But y'all have a good weekend. Thank you for letting me come up.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your
Thank you for coming
time.
up again. Thank you for your patience.
All right.
Xavier and then Shantia.
Hello, everyone. Now, everybody has said what I basically wanted to say about Erica being a racist, evil witch, but I do want to take the point because I think that this is interesting that about the whole motherhood comment because people make it seem like Spice said the whole motherhood comment out of nowhere. But if we go back to the inception of this conversation, the conversation was always about parents abandoning their kids because that's what Erica was mad at Safari for. That's why she was mad that Safari cared more about Spice dying in Puerto Rico trying to get ass implants, and that's why she was mad at him. So
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
that's why she was in Puerto Rico. She was getting implants in the back.
Oh, I thought you said Safari was getting ass. I'm sorry, I misheard. I'm sorry. I was so
No, and you know
confused.
what though, Xavier, I think, and again, for the mamas who say it don't matter, you talking about my kid, I'm gonna put a pin in that. But the point you bring up, Xavier, is very valid because I do think that because all we get is the clip, we don't know that the whole conversation was about Erica complaining about Safari not being there, Safari being an ain't shit daddy, and da 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 da. So the conversation was already about the kids and that kind of stuff. I'm not defending. I'm just saying that it Spice didn't bring that out of nowhere. She didn't just pull it out her ass. Now I'm still not defending whether she should have said it or not. I'm just saying it didn't come out her ass. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Xavier.
Right, and that's my whole point. Because if so, if Spice had said that to a man, would we feel the same way about the comment? Because
Nope.
we all talk about Future and Nick Cannon and Safari and all these men who are not here for their kids, and we drag them. But once we come for a mother who's not here for her kids, they should be protected, and we should be understanding about deadbeat parents now. I just think that's interesting.
All right. I'm sorry, Nikki. My apologies, sweetheart. I didn't know you were coming on camera. I mean, I didn't know the camera was coming on. I'm sorry. Shantia and then Nikki. I'm sorry, Nikki.
It's okay, girl. You got me out here looking bad. It's all right.
I'm sorry. It was quick. It was real quick. You was quick on it. You was quick in hitting that left. I'm sorry though, sweetie. Okay, go ahead. Shantia, then Nikki, and then Ray Ray. Is Shantia, you here, boo?
Yes, I'm here. You can hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
So there's a few things that I noticed when Erica and Spice was talking. There. I think Spice got mad that Erica started doing the semantics. When she said that she was just giving the truth about she wasn't the first woman to be, divorced, left with children, blah, blah, blah. And when Spice said, I've been doing this single mother thing for, what she said, 11 years, 13 years. And I think what triggered Spice for her to say what she said, which it wasn't right, but in my opinion, I don't care. That's just my opinion. But I felt like Spice got triggered because it's like, okay, Erica, we're not here to do the comparison and the measurements of who's been a single parent longer or whatever the case may be. I'm speaking truth, and that's not what you want to hear, point blank and simple. And she didn't like it. That's how I felt.
Okay.
But
All right.
I don't really. I always thought Erica was problematic from day one. I never liked her at all. She was just loud and obnoxious all the time. It's like that vein in her brain, in her head, it's always existing. It's always there. It's like she's always angry.
I hear you. I hear you.
But
All
that's my
right,
two
Nikki.
cents.
Thank you, boo. Nikki.
All right. So I feel like Spice was wrong and Erica was wrong. Both of them. Both 1,000% wrong, but in very different ways. So what Spice said was wrong. And I do feel like that particular comment was in a way talking bad about the boy, because if you know by being Erica's friend at one point that he didn't want to be on camera, he didn't like that, for you to go there and say that, and still that's still just a low blow dig that I don't feel like a woman should say to another woman, especially if you see Erica is not mentally stable. She shouldn't be on the show for a multitude of reasons prior to this statement. She's dropped weight. She looks ill. She's acting irrational. And
Not
now we
surgery and
go,
drugs.
well, that's always been a given. I didn't know, but yeah, all the other stuff is, it's just too much. And she can't seem to let go of what Safari did. And it's just not good for her mental health to still be surrounded by all of this. But when Erica flipped the table, I was okay. She deserved the table flip. When she made the comments about Spice should have died, that's something that you don't wish death upon people. And then to call her a monkey. Now, I know what it is to call a black person a monkey. You don't say that. And only a racist person can come up with a slur that quickly when in anger. Most time, bitch, slut, something like that. But Spice doesn't have her kids with her either. So we have two ain't-ish mamas sitting at the table. And for Spice to bring up children, I'm not a parent just like you really be. And I do not agree that you have to be a parent to be able to give parenting advice. If your career takes you away from your children to where they can't live with you and have to be raised by your mother, one, that's not fair to your mother because she already raised you. She raised her kids. You pawning your kids off. You can get another job, but you didn't. So you ain't a good mama, in my opinion, anyway. So she's, her and Erica, they both ain't shit.
Oh, oh my. All right.
See how you can get Spice together very easy without having to go racial at all, because you don't hear black people typically use racial slurs. So there's a racial slur for Hispanic people. There is. We all know what it is. Did Spice go and retaliate with that? No, even after Erica said that. Why? Because that's not in Spice's character. She's not racist. It came off Erica's tongue just so easily. And just like the Kardashians and all of those other women, just because you have black penis in you and you push out black babies, that does not mean that you can saddle up along against us. And the moment that you see that the black that you was riding is now over there with the dark skin, chocolate, glistening Miami, Amara La Negra, and taking care of her two kids.
Okay, now we're not gonna go that far, Nikki. He ain't taking care of no kids.
Well, the point is he's doing it to be facetious, and Erica is still receiving the toxic penis, so she can't see the forest for the trees. Now, Spice, as a woman, if you were ever her friend, you should have said, listen, baby, you are losing your mind. And we've all been lost over a man, but you have a daughter that's watching you. So you going to have to pick your poison. You either going to ride the dick and keep it down your throat so you can't talk, or you're going to have to pull it out, stay your tail in Atlanta. Don't go over there to Miami. So now what? You want to have a confrontation with Amara? Okay, Bow Wow knew what he was doing. I'm going to have you suck me dry, and then I'm going to pass y'all right on along. And that's what she deserved. And they need to get her off of VH1 black television. She needs to go to somebody's rehab, right, with Jocelyn Hernandez, okay?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Said Safari dick is over her eyes like this and she can't see nothing.
Oh my. All right. Ray Ray, go ahead. Thank you for your
That's that
patience.
vein I was talking about. That's that vein I was talking about. It sit right on the top of her forehead at all times.
And Evelyn has that same vein right down her forehead. And as soon
Okay.
as the black man does them wrong, now all the black women are supposed to come to their rescue. No, we done been dogged out by the same Nicki Minaj, cut them loose. You can dance and be all on the stage and pop locking over there with Erica, and she like it, and everybody knew Safari was a lame, but the penis was good and she can't get off of it. She ain't never had nothing like it before in her life because she was too busy riding little peanut penis DJ Envy while he was married, so she wants somebody to feel sorry. Yeah, your house is broken up and he played you the way that you wanted to get over on her. So, right, you got what you got coming. And now the black women that they stayed with or left you for, now they got to be blue monkeys. Is your daughter going to be half of a monkey? Are your kids half monkey? So you got to think about the stuff that you say. And I don't care if Spice has a problem with what Erica said, because what she said went beyond Spice. That was racial. And last time I checked, I was black. Get that bitch off my TV. You fired Caesar for throwing a chair at a dog, but this woman can spew this hatred.
Nikki. No, Caesar didn't just throw a chair at a dog. Caesar beat the hell out
Yeah,
of the
he
dog.
did a
Well,
whole
no, but
lot
no,
more to that
I am
dog.
I have a dog. I've always had a dog. I don't even curse. I don't yell around my dog. What I'm saying is it's still an animal, and what he did was awful. But what Erica did was insulting to an entire race of people. It is historically a horrible word to use. And I
But
just
this
didn't
ain't
think
her
that we would
first
be.
time though.
Right,
Huh?
it's not her first time,
But this ain't her first time though.
and it ain't gonna be her
She's
last.
always been. It's not gonna be her last. And I feel like the reason why they didn't say that they fired her is because they're giving her room and space for them to feel like she has grown before they put her back on the TV screen. They're gonna do all this PR stuff to try to get her back in good graces. They're gonna find some way to slowly but surely bring her back onto that franchise because they didn't say she was fired. They just said she won't appear next season.
If
I
we
think
want to
it's
be honest,
security.
we can fire Erica if we want to. I don't watch the show. I stopped watching years ago, but it really does. We're the viewers. We're the fans. So if the cast members will not stand and say we're not going to film with this big-eared bigot, then we as the viewers can say, okay, we just won't watch it at all.
But
Any
As
it's
long as
franchise
she's not
she's
got
on, we
somebody
just
like a
don't.
Bambi behind her, she's gonna always be in the mix. Because if
All
I was
right.
Bambi, I wouldn't want to be her friend either.
Bambi's
No.
a bird. She doesn't have real morals.
Bambi
All
is the
right.
pick me.
Okay, Ray, you still there, boo?
Hey, how you doing, niece?
All right, go ahead, Ray. Ray gonna get the last word because it's been an hour, so let Ray get the last word. Go ahead, boo.
Hey, I tuned in much later after you started. So if I'm saying something redundantly, my bad.
Okay.
I didn't totally agree with the previous caller, one with her hands in the heart. But for one thing, Spice is not ain't shit. We see her with her children. Her children seem like they respect her, they love her, they cry about her when she's upset. And I believe that Spice said what she said about Erica's son in a point being made. I think Spice said it wrong. But the whole point in Spice saying that your son that doesn't even like you in reference to Erica Menace talking about she's been a single mother for up 10 years. Hold on, deadbeat, because your son don't even like you. You haven't been around your son. You have not been mothering him. I think had she said something to that effect versus, or if she did, they didn't show it. because we know how they like to splice things to make things look like it's something else. I think had Spice said it differently to that effect, because I believe that's what she meant. I believe, wait, hold on. Your son don't even like you. You're a deadbeat mom to a certain extent. So don't shove 16 or so many years up my behind when my kids was just here last week. Spice is trying to make a way for her children. Spice is trying uh, still mother her kids. She's there. She's present. And it just so happens that Erica, whatever Erica said about her kid, that's cool. But see, Spice brought out the truth about Erica Menace and her parenting. And I believe that was a driving force behind her. Well, if you're going to speak the truth, I'm going to speak the truth too. And fortunately, we got to see who she really is. A lot of us didn't know that she's been using this racial slur over the years. It's been coming out and pointed out. She should have never been on TV with a whole bunch of Black people making money off of Black people. Unfortunately, these dumb dudes still want to, fraternize with people like her for a look. And that's on them. However, just to be respectful of a whole diaspora of culture, she should never be on any type of Black platform, just like her friend Evelyn Hosada. She's another one that I don't even know why she's back on TV for what she did to OG. And as far as I'm concerned, J-Lo started all this when she had that N-word in her song that she can't sing, being co-signed by Ja Rule, and then said it again to us on a national TV platform of an award show. She said it with vigor, like, yeah, I said it. Now we have Cardi B saying the N-word, and her husband and everybody else around her who is Black is letting her do it as if it's okay. It's not okay. Cardi B has said over 1 million times she is not Black. Just because her hair is coarse does not mean she's a Black woman. Because I know a few Caucasian women with coarse hair, but they're nowhere near as Black. And my whole point in saying all this is, folks need to stop letting other folks disrespect us in that way. Now, if they want to ride the backs and the DICKs of Black men just to get ahead, that's on the people that they're riding. But I'll be dipped and damned if any of them say it in front of me, I'm going to catch a case, because it's about respect. And it's about not disrespecting people and just live your life. There's no reason why Erica Menace should have got away in that car without her teeth missing.
Well, that's what Ebby has said.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Right. Well, thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody for coming up. And I definitely want to thank everybody in the chat. I've been reading the comments. I've been keeping up with the conversation. And I appreciate everybody being respectful and disagreeing respectfully. That's the best you can ever ask for people in a conversation like this. One thing I will say, I don't disagree with what you're saying, Ray, but the one thing I want to say is J-Lo didn't start it. That is that goes back to what Tracy was saying. That is very much a part of that culture of in areas where you have people of, and I know P is going to correct me when I say it wrong, people who of Latin descent mixing in with Black folk, that they do. I've told you guys that I had that conversation when I worked at the jail, that the Black kids at the jail didn't care about the Latino kids saying nigga, and we had a whole conversation about it. So that J-Lo ain't started. She might have brought it to the forefront, but that is definitely just something that is accepted in certain areas in the culture. It's not okay with me, but I have a lot of people that they don't differentiate, and they don't care. They don't care about the Cardi B's and the Fat Joes and the Irv Gotti's and the, Irv Gotti says it freely. They all, and nobody cares. So, but they wouldn't give that same pass to Eminem. You know what I mean? So for some reason, and that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day about why that is what it is. But I don't want to give J-Lo that much power, because it ain't start with her. But I understand your point, though. I understand your point. Your point is valid, that she brought it to she brought it to the forefront. Hey Angela. So I want to just thank Precious James. I want to thank you for all of your comments, baby. Precious has been in that chat going off. Waist Beads by Bree. And a couple other people. You guys have been just going off in that chat, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna shut it down, and I will talk to you guys later. But y'all continue to have a great weekend. And Tracy trying to hold me accountable like I told her to. Don't do it.
You're very welcome.
Good job, Tracy. Good
You're
job.
welcome.
It is a cute bag, though.
It is a
cute bag. Listen. Look. So at my school, I'm sorry, that's a whole nother conversation. At my school this year, the kids have to wear clear book bags. They cannot wear, and the girls, if it's a purse, it has to be like if it's a tote bag, it has to be clear. So one of my students had that bag. They had the clear one though, and I was like, that is so cute. And then when I saw it, and then I wanted it.
The only correct answer is no. The only correct answer is no.
Girl, we trying to go out the country. No, you can't have a bag.
Multiple times. You have multiple trips. Your statement was, don't let me buy any more bags or any more shoes. Hold me accountable because I have this trip and this trip and this trip, and I got to do this and I got to do this and I got to do this. And I can't do this because of this. So if the next time I want to buy this, hold me accountable. So the accountability police is here. So if I get one of these things, I pop up and say, "Ooh, quick unboxing. Guess what I purchased? I promise you."
Get her, Tracy.
The way I am going to. I'm gonna be worse than a beehive in your chat. I promise you. I'm going to be so annoying. You are going to be so mad.
So I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get off of here. What we're talking about, if you're a member, you already know what I'm talking about. For anybody that's new to my channel, I have a problem. I like purses, but I have a lot of trips coming up this year. I'm going to Dallas in October. I'm going to LA in December. I'm going to Europe in July. And I told the tribe that do not encourage me to buy anything new in the area of shoes or purses until I have paid for those things, which Dallas is taken care of. LA is almost there, and I ain't even started on Europe yet. So that's what Tracy is saying, because there's a purse that I want, and she's holding me accountable like I told her to. So
I'm just glad I'm only going on 2 of the 3 of the trips.
And I know your feelings are so hurt. The accountability. I know it's bothering you. The bag is gorgeous. The bag is gorgeous. I've seen it. It's really nice. But the only correct answer is no. Because I'm just thinking about, like, your flight still needs to be paid for. Like, how about this? Like, once you pay for the flight,
All right. Anyway, so that's what they're talking about, y'all. So we can't get off of here.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to thank Tracy for holding me accountable, I guess.
I could just keep reminding you.
My thing is, the picture of the bag don't even have a price on it. That's how
which lets us know.
Pick the price out the picture.
Which lets us know. Yeah.
It's not that expensive. The purse is not that expensive.
Telfar is known for being very cost effective.
Yeah. You know what? Don't encourage her, Xavier. We don't need your encouragement. Okay?
Right,
she doesn't
y'all.
need any help.
I'm gone. I love y'all. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
The purse really is not that expensive, Tracy.